you are in the world. I haven't said this all week, but I truly hope you find reasons to smile, to laugh, to enjoy life, to appreciate everything and everyone around you. It's just about 2 a.m. here in Boston, and I'm sure I'll be surprised if anybody comes in here right now. Anyone on the West Coast might, but on this side, unless you're doing the graveyard shift with me, um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm on my last shift of my week. It's been a very long week. I'm hoping tomorrow to finally get some quality sleep time because I haven't gotten much sleep at all this week due to family issues. And I'm trying to do this because I don't have a good spot to put the camera. Um, and as I said, there are snacks. Not gonna do my best not to show the logo because they are not. I mean, not being sponsored by anybody. But I figured while I eat my midnight or early, extra early morning breakfast, I'd come on, say hello, and can you tell what um, chain this is from? So, whether anybody comes into this or not, I will still leave it up and just say to everybody in the hashtag I am a creator community that have recently subscribed, supported, um, really got engaged into some of my videos. I want you to know I've seen all your comments. You would know that because I give you the thumbs up and the heart. Um, I haven't commented to too many at the moment because, to be honest with you, with everything that I've had going on this week, I'm lucky I'm awake. I haven't done a video, I think, since Monday because I because of what I have going on with family, I haven't been getting my usual sleep time in, and when I get home, I crash. Then I get to go out for a little while more. I come home and I crash again until just before I have to go to work. So I've been, you know, just trying to keep myself physically going. You know, um, but good thing is, trying to reach for my ceiling. Good thing is, I have for the most part, although it's very sad and very stressful what's going on with my family, I've gotten to a point where wanting to stay happy, wanting to stay my supportive, laid back, peacekeeping self intact. I mean, I've had moments to myself where I've been in a negative mind space or emotion, but I've been, one, like I said, just too tired this week to even bother countering whatever's coming towards me. And also, just again, at a point where it's not even worth it to me to react negatively. If I have a negative emotion, I or a thought, I just kind of step away, let myself go through it, and just get on with my day or my moment or what have you. And to be honest, seeing, having YouTube and having people like and commenting on my videos has been a blessing for many reasons. It's giving me the encouragement to keep going. It's giving me um, a very good distraction to keep me in, you know, in keeping me wanting to, continuing to do what I want to do and what I love to do, which is create, which is, I think, what I spoke about in the last video. Um, in the way the last couple videos had come out, I was really happy with the editing, the way I put it together, and I think I have a really good idea to support, because every week I want to try to put out at least one video for hashtag I'm a creator, and I think I have a good idea for this week. I'm not gonna go with a specific group of you creators. I'm just gonna I might just do a random one. You'll see what it is. I don't want to give too much away right now. Um, Also, I got a couple of my shirts coming in the mail. A couple of shirts that I see. Here's the thing, right? I design my shirts and I post them online. And then if I want the shirt that I just created, I have to order it and pay for it as well. I have to pay at least for the initial print up, not the retail price. So, obviously I get a discount, but I still have to dish out money to get my shirts. So I don't have a collection of every single design that I've made. But because when I hit 300 subscribers, I shouted out Jessica Olivia, I think, yeah, and um, sent out a shirt for her. If you happen to come past this, Jessica, let me know. Um, I want to see a picture of that shirt. Because I don't even have that shirt yet. And I'm really interested in seeing how it looks in person versus the generic picture that you see online. That's why if you notice, even on my page, on my website, I try to use pictures of myself wearing the actual shirt and not just using the generic picture, because I want to show a real person wearing it, not a model. And obviously, I'm no model, you know. Um, but yeah, for the most part, despite what's going on around me and despite what's going on with people in my life that could be really impacting me in a very negative way with their negative vibes, I've come to I guess, a centered place where it's there's the initial reaction, but then there's the part of me that's going, but I don't want to react to this. It's not worth it to me to react to them. I love these people, and it's more than one person. There's multiple people in my life right now that, you know, are throwing negativity either towards me or what's going on with them is negatively affected. The vibration is there. Let's just say it that way. And I could fight back. I could walk away, and there's at least one or two situations where every situation I have the choice to walk away, and I probably should for my own well-being and my own health and whatever. But I'm also, like I said in the beginning, I'm the peacemaker. I'm the caretaker. I'm the one that feels like whether it's my job or not, I have to try to keep peace. I have to try to, and maybe that's being the older sibling. I'm the oldest of my siblings. The maybe I have that parental mentality of it's my job, even if it's not my job. If that makes sense, it makes sense. um, but yeah, and now for this. I've been eating too much of this week because I haven't had the chance to really cook, and I've been doing Ramadan. And yesterday, Thursday, I had to break my fast um, midday because of everything, because of the lack of sleep and the lack of rest. My physical, like I was getting close to just passing out, and I had to be smart and go, okay, I have to recoup. Because overall, I feel like I've been doing good. I've been drinking enough water. The last 2 nights, I even had coffee. Last night, I think I overdid it, because usually I just get 1 cup of coffee and I'm good, you know. And I don't drink coffee on a regular basis. It may be every couple of days or what have you. But I've the last couple of days I felt like I needed it, so I got it. Um, and I've had off and on decent meals throughout the week, but I could be doing a whole lot better. And hopefully this coming week I can adjust better, you know, and stuff, because I don't like, financially and health wise, I don't like, buying the stuff. And I'm tired. I'm. That's the other reason why I'm doing this right now is I'm trying to stay awake. Um. Anyway, like I said, I just want to, do a quick live, even though I knew nobody would be coming in because it is after 2 a.m. now. Um. But again, anyone that comes across this, and if you've recently subscribed, if you've left a comment, I truly appreciate you. There's been a few of you that some of your videos, like I connected with them, and I'll definitely find my way back to your channels. Um, and again, to show my appreciation for the hashtag I am creator community, I will be trying to put out a video at least once a week where I highlight a handful of channels. Um, that's kind of what my contribution is at the moment. Um, and yeah. And with that, I think I'm just gonna end this. I'm gonna eat my food. I'm gonna go watch a little more YouTube. um, and hopefully I can put together an actual vlog for Friday. Get a couple of vlogs out over the weekend. Um, it's all a matter of energy and timing and all that. So if you actually come to check us out, if you made it to the end, I appreciate you even more. And I'll see you in the next video. Until then, as always, like, love, share, and inspire. Don't you like the majestic beam of light over my head. I love it when I get videos with that, because it just looks like the skies are opening up to me. I love you. Amen. So, hey, you came in just in time because I was about to end, but thanks for stopping in. Hey, Mixed Legacy, thank you for stopping in. I'll stay a little longer now that you stopped in. How goes it? What's good? What's good? I'm here at work, so 2:14 a.m. in Boston. Doing good, just catching up on support. Right on. I got a couple of the newer channel, some of the people I haven't had yet. I gotta make rounds from one of my videos. Because every week I'm trying to put out at least one video where I highlight some channels. So I have an interesting, I think I have a good idea for this coming week. Yeah, I have a friend that lives in San Antonio. We've been friends for, I think, almost 20 years, and we've never met in person. So one of these days, either she'll find her way to Boston or I'll find my way to Texas. Oh, yeah. We became friends over having a similar interest in something online. And, we've stayed in touch ever since. So, it's good. I don't have a lot of friends here in general, but I do have a couple of, a handful of people that I've met throughout the years online that we've stayed connected for a long time. When I come back. Okay, I'm back. I am tired. This has been a long week. And you'll see the rest of this one. I'm sure you'll check back from the beginning of the video. I'm explaining why I've been so tired. I really love your video. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm a believer. I'm a believer. I'm a believer in the law of attraction. I'm a believer in power of prayer. I've always been, attracted to, people like Tony Robbins. There's I guess you could say she's more of a spiritual speaker versus a motivational speaker. Um, Esther Hicks or Abraham Hicks. Um, she channels an energy that speaks on the law of attraction. If you look up Abraham Hicks on YouTube, there's a whole lot of videos. Some of it's a little funky to follow, but the more you listen, the more you kind of get the gist of what's being said, and and it all kind of, if you're familiar with The Secret, it all kind of follows the same. Yeah, have you seen The Secret on Netflix? Yeah, I found out. I found out after listening to Abraham Hicks for a while. I actually came across a video that she did with Oprah, where they spoke about The Secret, and they actually did a part for The Secret, but I think it got edited out. Edited it out. um, but it all follow. I'm sure if you know The Secret, then you probably heard about the book Think and Grow Rich. A lot of people say that The Secret was based off of that book. Yeah, I think it's an older video, but I believe in that interview they mentioned that, and um, even I think, like, I don't think Wayne Dyer talked much about the law of attraction, but even he did an interview with with Esther Hicks, or Abraham Hicks. Hey, Mr. Drummer, thanks for stopping in. I'm surprised I'm getting people at 2 a.m. It's a If you haven't checked out Nate's drumming, he does some good covers, and I'm a drummer, so and you just have to be a lover of music to appreciate it. So, but he can keep a beat, that's for sure. Oh, the bass, thank you. I bought that last year as an impulse buy because I was trying to get back into my music, and I went to Guitar Center with my young cousin who was just learning how to sing, because I can't go into the music store without having to buy something for my. And about 2 years ago, my guitar broke and I never replaced it. So I'm looking at the guitars, and I was thinking about getting an acoustic guitar, and then I saw that bass and just the dark finish on it. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. You're keeping me awake, and you're keeping me company. And here I was just about to end it before Legacy came in. I was just about to do my outro, and I was like, "Hey, you're here. Somebody came in. I'll stay there." But I was talking to myself. Nobody here for about for almost 15 minutes. I was about to call it quits. Yes, it is. The universe is hearing us. It's the law of attraction. We want to connect with good people, and what are we doing? Connecting with good people. In the early AM. Hallelujah. Amen. Alhamdulillah, which is praise to God in Arabic. That's kind of the other reason why I'm eating now, is I'm supposed to be fasting during the day, although And if you watch the beginning of my vlog, I explain it more, but it's been a trying week. Family issues going on, which this week, my sleeping schedule, and it really caught up with me today because I ended up staying up 8 hours longer than I normally would have after work, because of my family issues, and I was getting to the point that if I didn't try to refuel, I was gonna pass out. I'm used to being alone. I could do alone, you know, in the dark. but but and I've been doing this job for 12 years, so I'm used to it. But at the same time, no matter how used to it you are, there's still those days where it's you know, or those weeks where it's just a little harder than usual. Especially if you didn't get the rest that you needed throughout the day, during the day or throughout. By the end of your work week, you're like, ugh, you know, and I really have been overexerting myself this week. Luckily, I'm off the next couple of days, so hopefully I can recoup my energy. But I think to be extra safe, I'm not going to fast the next 2 days. Which for me, because, and if you're wondering why I fast, I think I said it in the live stream last week, is I converted to Islam 2010, so I participate. Because if you do it right, and you can sustain yourself throughout the day. And of course, the last couple hours is where it gets the hardest, because, and depending where you live too, because here the fasting ends right around 8 p.m. and it starts right around 4 a.m. So I'm going almost 16 hours or so. If you don't try to stuff your face all at once and you gradually do it, which is kind of hard because you're basically changing your eating habits to a night schedule versus a day schedule, doing it during the day. Oh. Oh yeah, I mean that's one of the reasons behind it, is the discipline. Because when you think of, even whether you're Christian or Jewish, they have, things in place that are meant to keep you disciplined. It's not necessarily just about believing in God or following Jesus or following Muhammad or following whatever prophet you're following. It's the whole point of morals is discipline and respect and love, and common some of it is really just common sense. It's us humans that some of us get on those power trips or have a certain type of mentality and twist the biblical words to fit their agenda. And it doesn't matter if you're Jewish, Muslim, Buddhist, and the misconception with Jews and they all speak the same way because they all speak Arabic. You know, they're in Middle Eastern countries where they, you know, where that's the language, and they're gonna say Allah because that's the word for God. They're gonna say Allahu Akbar, which people associate with Islam, and it means God is great, but even the Jews and the Christians in those countries use that same phrase. You know, and another word is Alhamdulillah, which is praise to God. Subhanallah, like if you know DJ Khaled, all right, if you watch any of his Instagrams or his Snapchats, how many times does he say, God is the greatest, God is, you know, the Most High, right? He's saying it in English, but you know, I know why he's saying it in English, but he's saying what would be said, you know, if you were saying it in Arabic. You know, he says God is the Most High in you know, all the prayers. Where P.S. My hubby said make sure. Oh, I'm sure. I know. Believe me, I get my mirrors so I can see what's going on behind me. My doors are always locked. When I need to, you know, take a little rest, I make sure I'm hiding. Oh, for sure. And it's not, and I'm in a big empty parking lot right now, so there's a number of things I have to look out for, including the random coyote walking by. Luckily, they're more afraid of me than I am of them, so. Or you would think so, because of course when we see them, go, oh my God, it's a coyote. But you know the good that, you know what I do appreciate about working the overnight though, is I get to witness, I get to see the wildlife that only comes out at night. That's one thing. Two, especially, I want to say especially in the East Coast, because I know down south in the West Coast, you know, you don't get the winters like we do, or you know, you'll get rain, but like what I love about being on the overnight, because what I've noticed in the 12 years that I've worked the graveyard shift is it's usually during the overnight hours that the weather changes. Like if you're gonna have a cloudy day, those clouds roll in overnight. You know, or if the fog rolls in. Like I've literally watched the fog roll in. And even during snowstorms, you know, Boston is one of those cities that can get up to a foot of snow, 3 feet of snow at any given time. Especially in the last couple years, we've had some crippling snowstorms up here. And I've been at work watching it literally roll in. I have some videos, I can't remember which ones, but I have some videos that with some really awesome footage of snow drifts, or, you know, yeah, especially the snow drifts. Where I work, if I position the camera in the right position, and I've done it a couple times this past winter, you watch, you know, it's like a movie scene where you see, like, you know, I know down south or in the desert, like they show the sand doing waves along the ground. Well, up here you get that with the snow. So it's, you see going like this up to the camera and stuff. I love those shots. I live for those shots. Where like it gives that majestic, like even this. You see the glare coming up here? I mentioned this towards the end of the video. I go, I love when things like this happen because it looks like, the sky is opened up for me. Look, I'm praying. If you go on any of my videos, you can go to my Instagram. If you flip through some of the videos, like if you go way down on some of my videos, I have video clips on my Instagram too of certain shots sometimes I just did it for Instagram, and sometimes I took the same clip that I put on Instagram, I would put in my videos. But I ain't no saint, so I ain't an angel, that's for sure. Although people accidentally call me Angel. My name is April. I was born in September, and the most common names people mistake my name for is Rachel, Amy, and Angel. The Rachel one I don't get because it doesn't even start with an A. Did you get kicked out? Are you there? Hey, there you are. Yeah, Rachel. I've had people call me Amy, Alice. That's another one I don't get. I go, it starts with an A, but it doesn't have the A sound to it. Here's my water. I can't wait to get some decent sleep when I get home. Definitely lots of water. I've gotten to almost... Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Yeah, that's whenever someone says water, the first thing that pops in my head is the Gatorade thing. Gatorade. Gatorade. Not a sponsor. I feel like because of how YouTube is doing everything now, I feel like no matter what you do, even though if it's accidental, like, I'm eating what I'm eating, and if you happen to see the label, like if I notice it in my video when I'm editing, I put no sponsor just to cover myself. Like, I'll show this, and again, not a sponsor. But because I do try, I do my best to try to eat clean and eat well. But anybody that watches this that wants to sponsor, I've been eating these raw organic coconut bars. that they randomly been having it at one of the supermarkets near me, and I've liked them so much that I've been buying a box of it whenever I see it. And I found them on Amazon as well, but I can actually get them cheaper at the supermarket here. Because I think on Amazon they're selling a box of it for like $22, $24, something like that. And they're selling them for $1.50 here at the supermarket that I go to. So if I buy a whole box at $1.50 a piece, I'm spending just under $18, so I'm saving myself almost $5 versus ordering it off of Amazon. And Amazon's not a sponsor either. Although they might be, they might take my employment away if they get if the place I work at is. I don't know if this makes national news or not, but Amazon's been looking at places in Boston to put their second headquarters, or in the New England area. And where I work is one of the sites that they've been thinking of using for that, but they haven't made it, as far as I know, they haven't made a decision yet. And if they do, then I might be out of a job at the end of the year, regardless of what happens, because of what they're doing here. But good for my community. Maybe not as good for me, because like I think I said it in my last video, and I say it off and on throughout my videos, that I'm in a place where I really, as much as I need to pay my bills, I don't want to settle for another dead-end job. I don't want to settle for another security job. I want to do stuff that I love. I want to, I want to find a way to make a career out of doing the things that with my creativity. On an unfortunate side, it's fortunate and unfortunate. The fortunate thing is I have a large platform, multiple facet creativity, I guess you could say, because obviously I can edit and do videos. I am an artist. I've been designing my shirts for the last year. I've dabbled in music. I can cook, although I don't think I would ever want to work in a kitchen, because as much as I cook, I think cooking is more of a personal thing for me than versus I want to do this as a career sort of thing. But I can cook, I have a, well, I have I believe I have a playlist on my channel for some of my art. And again, if you go to my Instagram, I post all my, I post almost all the art that I do. But I try to, whenever I decide to make a new piece, most of the time I do a video for it. And if I don't, picture at the very least ends up on my other social medias. It ends up on Facebook, it ends up on Twitter, it ends up on Instagram. So one way or another, people get to see the finished product versus whether and that's the same thing I do with my t-shirts, is not every single time, but a lot of times I try to record myself in the process of designing the shirt, or designing the design for 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 the shirt, because I want to be transparent like that. I Love Productions, April Love, yeah, yeah. So normally I have something that says A Love on it, but because my boss warned me of a patrol officer possibly coming by, I had to wear the company hat. So, but I usually have something with my logo on it. So, but I just ordered a couple of my own shirts. Hopefully, a couple of them will show up in the mail today. Friday today, later today. And I'm gonna get it into a video, and I also have another package of couple extra shirts coming to me next week, and I'm gonna, I gotta make my own little commercial for the shirts and stuff, but and you'll see if I put it in a vlog, in my next vlog, you're gonna see my reaction whenever I get my shirt in the mail. Whenever I get the physical shirt with my design on it, you have no idea how that's an amazing feeling. Universal response. Yeah, that was I think that was. It took me a second. I'm like, the universal response. I'm tired, so I had to think for a second. But that was my. I think that was one of my last paintings. And I have a video. I think I named it Universal Response, of me painting it, and then either in that video or a video or two after that, I explained what what dawned on me while I was painting that painting. And I'll say it now because and if you're looking through my Instagram, you're gonna notice the theme in a lot of my paintings over the past year, um, with the spheres everywhere, the little, you know, look like energy balls or whatever you want to call them. And it goes back to what I was talking about earlier about the law of attraction, and you know how and how the law of attraction, or even when you're talking about faith or whatever, the energy that you put out and how it comes back to you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get to my. Well, I still got a donut too, so. I am so tired. And I still got, I think, 3 hours left to work. Hey, what's up? What up, hubby? Hey, let's see if I can make this even a little more entertaining. Let me come up with a um, freestyle poem. Let's see. With the rays of light, with the with the rays of light shining down on me, I raise my eyes to the one above me, the creator of all creators, guiding and watching me, watching you, watching all of us and what we do. reminders all around us to believe in us and what we can do. To not focus on the exterior, even though it's looking directly at and poking at you. We can be our own worst critics. We don't need to worry about those around us. Energy is ever moving, ever lasting, ever connecting. But like the salt in fresh water, although they may connect, they don't mix. Maybe not the best analogy, but I think you get my point. As we connect and intertwine, we have to remember not to lose ourselves or our mind. But if we do lose the mind, let it be to our passions and the skills and abilities given to us by the God or gods or whatever you believe in. Maybe it's just the universe or the science that is exact. Whether you think this is an opinion or a fact, that's your perception, that's your thought. And what you think about me is a reflection of your thoughts. So if you don't like what I'm saying, stop for a minute and look at the man in the mirror or the woman. And know, regardless of those around us, regardless of the voices in our head, we have the choice to blame others, blame ourselves, blame no one, look at ourselves and say, I am okay. And I realize it's true that my dreams are my reality. Snaps. And that was Poetry Corner with April Love on Ayla Productions. Well, that's my poem for the week. I was doing a poem for the poem of the week almost practically every week. And then I kind of, thank you, thank you, thank you. Too bad they don't have a snaps emoji. Because when I think poetry, I think snaps instead of claps. If you're wondering what this is, it's the steering wheel. Hey, it happened at the same time. It was reconnecting as I did that. I love when that happens, when you point at something and it actually changes. How many times do you do that with a traffic light? You like blow at it for it to turn green or whatever. You're like, and now. Yep. I'm here till 7 a.m. Well, 6:30 a.m. I usually get relieved between 6:30 and 7. And it's 3 a.m. here now, so. Yeah, I gotta move anyway, so let me flip the camera. You can get a little sneak peek of where I'm at. Where you at? Where you at? I'm gonna shut these lights off for a moment, but I will flip the camera. You might lose a little connection as I'm driving, but just hold tight. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand. Let's see if we see any wildlife as I drive. Every time I've done a live stream, I look for the bunnies because we get rabbits that run around all night. We have rabbits that run around all night, but of course when I do the live streams, they're never to be found. Let's see who got on camera. Hardly ever get any of the animals at night on camera. It's kind of rocky. Let's see what we see. It's cooler at the moment tonight. It was actually a little bit cooler tonight. We've had decent weather the last couple of days though. 70s. Today was, I think, between 50s and 60s. So a little bit chillier, but it was comfortable. It's still comfortable now too. Yeah. No bunnies. Usually one comes flying out of somewhere. Back up for a minute. Wait, is there one over there? I don't think so. You're parked. Let me see. I'll zoom in over here because I think there's one over there, but I really can't tell. Ugh, too close. I feel there's something right there. Center screen. Won't know unless it moves. That little dark thing in the middle of the screen, I think that's something. He just hasn't moved yet. Could be a rock though. I don't know, there's usually something running around, but not right now. Possibly. He hasn't moved, so I'm thinking maybe it's a rock and not a bunny. We got rabbits running around here. Yeah, I don't want to get out and find out. I don't care that much to find out. The funny thing to find. I missed that. Yeah, security, the camera. Live stream. Uh, well, thank you for helping me to stay awake. I'm gonna go shortly though, because I think I'm gonna have to go to the restroom. But yeah, oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, well, glad you stopped in. It's been a nice little chat. Yeah, the hashtag I'm a community is is definitely evolving into something very you know you know uplifting and something that I think has been missing on YouTube. Because even some of the bigger YouTubers, at least the ones that I've watched, they've expressed off and on over the past year, how about YouTube drama and how, people like to start beefs with each other. And some of them, in the hand, there's a handful of YouTubers that I watch, and um, they all spread love and positivity in their own way. They all do, positive. They try to keep their content positive, and entertaining and motivating and all that good stuff. And some of them don't speak at all on what's going on YouTube. They just do their own thing, and the only thing that any of they've really commented on is the fluctuation that's been happening on YouTube that has been affecting some of the bigger YouTubers or creators. Um, and I know some people will criticize the bigger YouTubers that talk about their concerns, but from my perspective, I'm going, you can't judge them because they're already making a living at this, or they've already hit a level of success, and what right do they have to complain that they're losing views or whatever? They've made this their livelihood. Of course it's gonna scare them, or it's gonna fear them, because you know as many people have already said, YouTube could do whatever they want. They're you know if they want to make this, if they want to sell out, so to speak, and gear towards um, mainstream entertainment, they have every right to do that. But luckily, still, even though they're still making changes, we still have some kind of platform. And those of us who never never thought that we would have any kind of platform. I mean, we got social media, and just like anything, there's those positive and negatives with all of it. The positive is if you're someone that wants to share your life and wants to connect with people in a positive way, it can happen. But at the same time, just like mainstream media, that negative negative entity is there as well. It's a matter of how much of that you're going to pay attention to, and even if you're paying attention to it, how much of it are you going to let affect you? Because even with me, there's been times where I'm sitting there going, I want to make a living at this, but you know, and the fact that we're actually trying to help each other grow and not just by clicking the subscribe button, but like, you know, taking the time to check out a video. Even if you don't make it through the full video, even if you just watch a minute or two, and you know, you find that you connect with it, you know, and because the whole thing of this is about supporting each other, you know, that's why like I said, I want to do once a week videos of, you know, highlighting different channels in the community. Exactly. You know, and I mean, I've been banging out videos consistently for the last 3 years. I've had the YouTube I've had my account probably since 2012, and I've put up random videos, but it wasn't until I started watching a handful of YouTubers that I um, got the inspiration to actually pick up the camera myself. You know, so, and yeah, I think I said all of that in the last actual video that I put out, my Sunday video. Although I think that went up on Monday. No, it went up. I think it went up. No, yeah, it went up Monday, but it was meant for Sunday because I know the last 12 minutes or so of that video, it was me at work. So because I started to record and then didn't finish at home, so I just recorded at work. Shout them out. The big YouTubers. Well, the big YouTubers that I've watched, or I watch, and still, even with this community, like, what's overwhelming about this community is that so many of us are connecting that it's hard to actually go back and watch everybody's video. You know, especially when you're in the live chat, the live streams with James. You know, I'm literally sitting there, you know, going to channel to channel to channel, subscribing, and sometimes I forget to go back to actually watch, or my screen messes up and I lose all the channels that I just subscribed to, and I have to, you know, try to backtrack. I've been getting a little bit better at it, but to consistently watch everybody's channels, it's like that would have to be your full-time job if you were actually going to just sit there and watch and support everybody's channel, you know. So now what I do is I still stick with my handful of bigger YouTubers, which are, and I'll name them now. I watch Adam Sella, um, Slumification, FouseyTube, although he hasn't put a video up in a while. I don't know if he ever will again because it's had a love-hate relationship with YouTube over the last couple of years, but he was a big influence to me. Lily Singh, aka Superwoman, is a big one for me. Alex Wasabi, his brother Aaron, Laura DIY, Roman Atwood, um, and Humble the Poet. Although Humble doesn't put a video up every week, or he's not a consistent um, content creator. You know, he does other things, and every now, he might put out a video maybe once a month or every couple months. But, you know, he's a very insightful person, and he's a musician, so a lot of times, sometimes he does just, a thoughtful type of vlog video, or he actually puts up a music video of his new music or whatever. So yeah, Fuzi, Adam Sella, and Slimification. If you watch Phase Rug, probably in the last 6 months you would have seen Adam and Slim and Fuzi. They were all in Dubai in the last couple months, and I think Adam. Yeah, cause I don't know how much I don't watch Phase Rug, but I know they were all in Dubai at the same time. Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. They were all in Dubai at the same time, so they're like, you know, that's the funny thing is that if the group of you vloggers that you watch or videos people that you watch happen to be friends or connected to each other, and they're recording at the same place at the same time, you're gonna get 5 different vlogs in the same day from the same place, but just different from a slightly different perspective. you know, because all the vloggers that I watch, especially Fuzi, Alex Wasabi, Aaron, Aaron goes by Lazy Ron Studios, Lily Singh, Humble, and Laura DIY. They're all like buddy because they were all in LA at the same time, and you know they're like one of the cliques of YouTube, but all of them are more about spreading the love and positivity. And they all know, like, the Logan Pauls and Rice Gum, but, you know, they do their best not to get mixed up in the drama of YouTube with, those other people, And then Roman Atwood. Roman Atwood, he's got the Smile More company, and he's actually the reason why I decided to do the t-shirts. Start designing my own t-shirts. They are about to have a big... Yeah, Adam's going to be in that. I think he's going to be on Rice Gum's... Is he going to be on Rice Gum's? Yeah, Alex Wasabi and Adam Sella are both, I believe, on Rice Gum's team. And I don't know who's on Ace Family. But because I watch Alex and Adam, they both mentioned it in their vlogs. I don't watch Ace. I've heard his name's come up because he's tried to do the basketball challenge recently because of the whole boxing thing that was going on. Then the basketball thing popped up too. Yeah, even I don't know what happened with it. I don't know if it's something he might still be working on, or it kind of fell to the wayside. But Roman Atwood last year was trying to put together a demolition derby with with a bunch of YouTubers, and he was trying to get. He had a list of like 30 YouTubers that wanted to participate in a demolition derby, but I don't know I don't know if that's still something he's working on, and he just hasn't talked about it because he doesn't want to talk about it until he has something etched in stone. But a good 30, like a good bunch of a bunch of YouTubers and content creators are like, yeah, I want to do it, I want to do it, I want to do it. And so even I said I'm not a big YouTuber, but I'll do it. It's gonna be crazy. Bro Dice, Face Rug, Brothers. One is Ace player, other is Rice Gun player. Yeah. And I know Adam and Slimification, along with Brodus and FaZe Rug, they do the sneaker con tournaments too. All right, you leaving? Well, again, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. You helped me to stay awake. Yeah, I want to go to sleep too. Sleep would be nice right now. Anyway, thank you for stopping in. I truly appreciate it. Um, this went on a whole lot longer than I was anticipating and stuff, but it's been fun. It's been enjoy talking to you. Don't say sorry. It's all good. It is what it is. I won't. I won't. I won't fall asleep. I won't. I'll go meditate. I'm gonna go meditate. That was my excuse last week when somebody tried to get me in trouble. Like, I was meditating. This looked like I was sleeping. I had my eyes closed. I was meditating. Which I do meditate, but, I was meditating. So anyway, again, thank you for stopping in. I truly appreciate it. Have a good night. And as always, I'm going to end this like I do all my videos. I appreciate you. I love you. Stay cool, stay hot. And as always, like, love, share, and inspire. Let me do that the long way. Like who you are, love what you do, share, and inspire others to do the same. Much love all. Peace. Smile more. I'll do Roman Atwood's ending. You're beautiful. You're one of a kind. Smile more. I'm not trying to buy this channel. Please don't copyright me. Alright, have a good one all. Night. Much love.